Okay. All right. I'm not seeing myself yet in the other way here. If you see this, please say hi. Oh my goodness. It was so funny. I'd love to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, say hi. Okay. I can at least hear and see myself on this other thing. Great. Okay. So, whew, all right. Technical difficulties. So good. So, we are going to discuss a topic about body confidence that I already did this whole talk. So, ready? Ready? Okay. All right. So, today I wanted to talk about how we have a body confidence, and then we have this thing about our weight and maybe wanting to look different. So, some of us, they're like, okay, well, I don't feel confident in this body because I don't like the way it looks right now. And so I get that. I totally get that. But you need to allow yourself to become very comfortable in your skin at whatever size you are at, right? You are way more than a body. You are so much more. And the people who love you and the people who, are your friends and your family, like they know the essence of you, and the essence of you is what they love. Now, you might you might say, okay, I don't know about that. Like my family's all about, weight and this and that and whatever. And I get that. I grew up with that. But if you can learn how to kind of tease out and understand what are all the wonderful things that make you you, you are going to find that you're going to feel better in your skin, better in your body, better about how you are looking, regardless of the size. Now, I'm going to jump forward and say, okay, but let's say you still don't feel like your body's quite right. There's something going on with your body, or you don't like it, or whatever. But you like have learned to embrace and love yourself. Great. This is the foundation. You, almost all of you probably know as well as I do that, maybe restricting yourself from food, doing, reducing your calories, there's ways in which to reduce your body, right? There's ways in which to weigh less, or maybe you want to weigh more, whatever. There are ways to do that. But what I hear often is it's unsustainable, or, you just, I don't know, I fell off the bandwagon, or when I got to my goal weight, I still felt like shit. This is all the things I hear all the time is like, no matter what, I still felt like crap. And it's a problem because we are jumping ahead. Okay. Because some of us, the excess weight is a symptom of how we feel. It's not always. It might be for multiple reasons. Maybe you're on pharmaceuticals or something that's causing you to gain weight. There are reasons for that. But despite whatever, you want to make sure that you're taking the time to go, okay, how is it that I am this divine being? How does my divineness show up? How does my beauty show up? How does my confidence show up? Like, okay, maybe it's something to do with work. Maybe it's something that you do and that you bring to your friend group. Maybe it's something that you do on your own when you're out in the world. Maybe you were like a hiker and you just love to be physically active in your body, you know? And as you start to like add up all these incredible things that make you you, it's so beyond this body. It's so beyond just this external view that we all have. And I want you to dig deeper with that. That's what is going to help change. Okay. You're going to feel drastically different. Even if you don't look different, you'll feel different and you'll actually see yourself differently. But if we are just focused on trying to make ourselves smaller, make ourselves bigger, whatever it is that we want, we're always in a state of not right. So that's why the diets fail, or that's why they feel unsustainable, or that's why it feels like, I'm whipping myself. And there's something within you that's like, I don't want to fight that. I don't actually want to follow these fucking rules. Like, I don't want to eat this way, and it's because you're fighting against this idea of there's something innately wrong with me and I'm supposed to fall in line and do these things, but I can't. Well, you can't because you're coming at it from a place of, self-harm generally, or it could be as bad as self-loathing or self-hate. That definitely was mine. I was really good at doing all of that. I feel like epic levels of self-hate. But again, until you get to this point where you're able to see yourself as you really are, which is, incredible. Every single one of us, we're incredible. We're different. We're similar. We've got, these interests. We've got, things that we do that set us apart and all light, other people when you share them. Even in our group, there's so many people doing so many amazing things all the time. And I want you to respect yourself, be kind to yourself, love on yourself. And as you start to really see what you really are to the best of your ability here while we're living in a body, then any changes that you'd like to make with your body will feel more natural, more in flow because you're coming from a place of intuition. I want you to focus on your soul care, not just your self-care. I want you to focus on what's real, what you're really about. And that means we've got to get quiet. We've got to take time to, connect with our intuition, connect with whatever it is that's out there that, the way that we want to. And as you do this, if there are changes that need to be made, maybe in your weight, fine, because it will feel natural. It will feel like a progression. It's not going to feel like I'm doing this in a rigid way so that I can appear better than I am, because you won't need to appear better than you are because you are, and it's enough. So as we think about this, I want you to understand that yes, you might still in your current body, like where you are right now, and as you start to change by connecting to this understanding of how utterly wonderful you are, as you start to really feel that, yes, you could still have ailments, still have physical pain, still have symptoms, and still feel like, okay, something needs to change. But as you make those changes and as you work through it, you're going to have more success. I deal with all of this because I want all of us to feel freedom and joy, right? Became a homeopath. I was a health coach, a yoga teacher, Ayurveda, energy medicine, all to reduce suffering. And one of the biggest ways that we suffer is that we shit all over ourselves, is that we make ourselves wrong, is that we look in the mirror and we tell ourselves we're awful and, it's not okay. When I could look at every single one of you and see so much beauty. Maybe you don't like the word beauty. It doesn't matter. I can see like the magnificence of you. So I want you to see that in yourself. And I will tell you, it took me a really long time. I knew that if I could actually get there, my whole life would change, and it did. It really just did. But that doesn't mean it's not something that doesn't come up here and there. But the way that you interact with it and the way that you handle it, it will, be less. So that is my little TED Talk for today. I want to know what you think. Totally different than the first chat I had because I was on mute. But I love it if you would tell me if you watched live, tell me if you watched on replay, #replay, and what comes up for you when you think about this idea of, okay, it's okay for me to want to change my body a little bit for whatever reason. Maybe it feels more, medically derived. But if we come to this place of how can I find peace now in where I'm at, right? It's a very yogic way of thinking, right? Equanimity despite all that is going on. And then moving towards any changes from a place of more clarity, intuition, awareness, and flow. All right, sending you guys so much love. I think this worked out. Yeah. And again, it's just been so great to be back with you. If you have any special thoughts, want to hear them, if you have special requests on something you want me to talk about, feel free, or that you want to talk about, you can always come into the group and do a post. Always, always, always. So this is our space. It feels a lot of times like it's the Mary show for me, and I want it to be our space. So if you have something you want to share around this, please do. I have um I don't know. I just feel like that would just make it feel that much more exciting in here if you would open up and share at whatever level you feel comfortable. All right. Sending you so much love. Talk to you tomorrow, I think, because, life.